I'm in the news, sweetheart. I will sue this place.
Okay, that's fine, and I'll play your video, so careful. I'll play the video.
That's why I have a degree in that. I wouldn't work in a slumdog place like this. It makes best 10 calls.
Tonight, to that stunning moment caught on tape, the reporter from ESPN suspended after a tirade insulting an employee from a tow truck company, a surveillance tape capturing her angry words. ABC's David Wright on the punishment tonight.
So we pretty much know about all the loud mouths and the loud personalities of ESPN over time, from Stephen A. Smith to Stuart Scott to Skip Bayless. But what about the foul mouths of ESPN? We got to get into the story of Britt McHenry and how she got suspended for going over a crazy rant. Was it fair or unfair? Let's talk about it here in this Mitchell Report.
I'm in the news, sweetheart. I will sue this place.
Okay, that's fine, and I'll play your video, so careful. I'll play the video.
That's why I have a degree in that. I wouldn't work in a slumdog place like this. It makes best 10 call even being here.
Well, let's get you out of here quickly.
Yep, that's all you care about is just taking people's money. With no education. No skill set. Just want to clarify that. Do you feel good about your job? So I could be a college dropout and do the same thing? When I could have a brain and you don't?
Looks like that.
Maybe if I was missing some teeth, they would hire me home.
Yeah, maybe if you had to touch your fruit up a little bit.
Oh, like yours? Because they look so stunning. Because I'm on television and you're in a trailer, honey.
Have a nice
Lose some weight, baby girl.
So back in 2015, a former ESPN reporter, Britt McHenry, she was suspended for a week after a video had surfaced of her insulting a towing company's clerk intelligence, job, and appearance. Now, McHenry did apologize for this manner. She was suspended for a week.
Reporter has now apologized, tweeting, "In an intense and stressful moment, I allowed my emotions to get the best of me, and vowing never to do this again."
I know that this definitely got some backlash from some people. Now, the tow company that she had the problem with, they actually addressed this situation. They said Miss McHenry is our neighbor, and as she said in her apology, to paraphrase, made remarks that were out of line. She is human, and errors in judgment can be made in the heat of the moment. The statement also said that the clerk, identified only as Gina, that's the person that she was talking to, is a single mother of 3 who works a difficult job to provide for her family, and Gina holds no ill will towards McHenry. So the video had basically came out with footage of McHenry berating the clerk, saying stuff like, maybe if I was missing some teeth, they would hire me. McHenry tells the woman she is in the news and will sue the company. At one point, a woman off screen warns McHenry she's being recorded. McHenry then looks wide open into the camera before the camera cuts off to another insult in which McHenry despises the clerk's education and her weight.
Yeah, so she took it a little bit too far, especially during the second half of that video, and I'm not trying to justify anything she said, but if she cut it halfway through, we've all gotten mad at parking services, a tow truck company. When you start insulting somebody who you have no idea who their background is, you deserve that suspension, because we do live in a world today where anything could be caught on camera.
I wouldn't have suspended her.
You would not have suspended her for that?
No, I wouldn't have.
Why is that?
Because you're taking someone at their weakest point. A, we don't have the entire video. But let's presume that there even is nothing bad from the parking lot attendant or provocative that got it into an exchange of insults. Like, it was a private moment. It's not supposed to be out there, right? She didn't say any of the third rail things that we know would get you suspended and or fired. But if you're gonna, like, a suspension is bad, and like, it obviously doesn't rise to a fireable offense. So what I would say to her is, we need a public apology because you brought some disrespect to the network, and never do this again. And I hope you recognize that this is a moment that reflects incredibly badly on you.
That television reporter making headlines this morning, ESPN's Britt McHenry, has been suspended after this video surfaced of her berating a towing company worker. McHenry has apologized, and ABC's Ryan Smith right here with the details.
It's a very difficult situation for her, George. Britt McHenry is well known to sports fans of ESPN, covering big games and interviewing some of sports' top stars. But now it's her actions off the field that are becoming the story.
Suspended ESPN reporter is returning to TV screens this weekend after a video surfaced showing her berating an attendant at a towing company. Britt McHenry was caught on camera taking out her anger on the attendant earlier this month. That video was released April 16th. ESPN suspended McHenry for 1 week, and she took to her Twitter to apologize to viewers.
Britt McHenry offered up a hot take on her tenure with ESPN in a series of scintillated tweets, claiming the sports network demoted her due to her race. Quote, "No, I was demoted because I was white and I made too much. First to go, actually."
All right, guys, it's time to kind of wrap this thing up and sign off on this Mitchell report. Y'all already know what it's hitting for. So, man, was this really a big deal or not? Like, have you guys ever been in a situation where as though you feel like just because you work for a company doesn't mean that they have to control your every move when you're on the clock and outside the clock? This is really, in my opinion, what it boils down to. You being in a situation where as though you're still a representation of a company even when you're not on the clock. And I don't even think people even realize that. Like, who in these moments kind of think about that, especially when you kind of going hard. Now, she had to be kind of thinking about where she was from and what she was doing, because she was using it to her advantage in her argument. Her getting suspended, I mean, she was really disrespectful. I'm not gonna lie, she was really disrespectful. And you know, she left a couple years after that to ESPN, and then she had a situation in Fox a couple years later where she got her co-host fired. The guy pretty much hosted his own show. She got her co-host fired for sexual harassment charges.
A Fox News host was kicked off of his own show on Fox Nation. That's the digital streaming platform for Fox. The name of the show was Un-PC, and his own female co-host alleged that he had been sexually harassing her. Tyrus is the name of the guy who has been booted off the show, and he had on multiple occasions sent her unwanted and unsolicited text messages with lewd sexual comments.
Britt McHenry is definitely a piece of work, to say the least. But was she treated unfair by ESPN with that 1 week suspension? Like, do you feel like just because you are part of a company or something big as far as an entity, as far as your occupation, you gotta watch how you move even when you're not at work? How do you feel like that plays out? Should you get fined? Should you get suspended? Should you lose your job? This is really the times where as though you're definitely a representation of the company. You see how they be checking your social media, seeing things like that before they even hire you. So that is definitely the world that we living in. But I'm just wondering, like, man, who knows how that conversation started? You know, who knows if she initiated that? You know, we really don't know. I think she took it there, but you know, if I feel disrespected or violated, I'm sometimes going to go to the furthest extent. That's just me. But you know, I'm not a representative of ESPN, so it's a fine line. But it's time for you guys to sign off. Let me know what y'all think, man. Was she out of bounds? I guess that's not even the question. Was ESPN right for the 1 week suspension? Was that too much? Should she have got more for this stuff? What y'all think about her kind of apology? I don't know if it was a sincere apology, because she really didn't direct it to the lady who she was kind of disrespecting. So I really didn't like that much. But it's up to y'all to decide on this one, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I'm Seven Mitchell with the Mitchell Report. This is the story of Britt McHenry being suspended for having a foul mouth when she was working at ESPN. Y'all let me know what y'all think. If y'all heard about this story, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Become a member of this channel as well, so you can check out all the Mitchell Report videos. We got about 100 in the library for members only, so some exclusive content for all the new member supporters of the channel. So make sure y'all guys lock in. I'm Seven Mitchell with the Mitchell Report, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace. Be sure to smash that like button, and if you enjoy the Mitchell Report series, leave a little quick tip or donation at the Super Thanks. Most importantly, subscribe to the channel. Thank you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.